common costuming mistakes I have seen on a comp floor over the years, okay? Number one, consult your gown designer when you're having a costume made. Don't just go off what you think is gonna look good on you or what you think is gonna look good on the floor. Likewise, don't go off what your pro says. Honestly, we are happy to give you free advice, love helping, but ultimately we are trained ballroom dancers, and there's a difference between a trained ballroom dancer and a trained tailor for costumes, okay? Number two, using cheap plastic stones instead of crystal stones. Is there a significant cost savings? Absolutely. You know what? Your money is just going to be just as well invested gluing rocks on your costume because it's not going to show. And plastic scratches and then gets really dull surface exponentially faster than a crystal stone. So you know what? It's much better to invest in a few high quality stones than a boatload of dirt cheap plastic stones. Likewise, feathers. There is a difference in the feather quality. In a nutshell, ostrich feather tends to look good. There's all sorts of kind of fancier feathers that look elegant. I have seen people on the floor with literally cheap chicken feathers. It looks like a cheap version of Big Bird out there. And you know what? If you're going to drop all that money on a costume, for Pete's sake, you want to look good. You don't want it to look cheap, okay? Okay, next up. Not giving your costume a test run on the floor. So, personal story. I, as you know, had a sponsor who did my costumes for free. And one of the gowns she sent me, and she'd made me who knows how many costumes, knew my body inside and out. So excited to sport this beautiful red, gorgeous gown. So as soon as I got it, I brought it to a show we were doing that night. We were hired to do a show at this local comp. I walk on the floor and I immediately realize it's too deep in the V-cut. And I seriously am about to, if I start doing a quick step, I'm coming out of this thing. And I press up to my partner, like a leech the whole time. And we walk off the floor. He's like, what was that about? I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, I was going to flash people. It was horrible. I'm crying in the bathroom. Now, I didn't flash people, at least according to the audience, and I'm pretty sure I didn't because I was stuck on my partner like glue. But you guys, didn't result in the best dancing. So, yeah. Okay. Test run your costume, guys. Learn from my rookie mistake. Actually, as a pro, I have no excuse. Okay, next up. Do not buy an off-the-shelf costume, say from Macy's, and then glue some stones on it. Even if they're high-quality rhinestones, it's going to look out of place on the floor. So as a beginner, when you first enter competition, you just think, oh, it's a dress with feathers on it and some hanging chiffon and some shiny stones, we're good to go. It's actually much more intricate than that, guys. It's much more nuanced. The expectation level of the cut of the costume, the fabrics of the costume make a huge difference. You want to accentuate your dancing, not have it restrict your dancing or look out of place for that matter. That's just as bad. You don't want to look like amateur hour, even if it's your very first comp, guys. Okay. Next up. Yes. Is black slenderizing? Absolutely. This is an empirically proven fact, but guys, this is not a Weight Watchers contest out there. It is a dance competition. And in my opinion, black is overly done because everyone thinks it makes them look skinny. And in my opinion, does that work? Kinda. Ultimately, being fit's going to make you look skinny, number one. And number two, your job is to stand out, especially in a big comp. When you've got a crowded floor, I got to tell you guys, I've worn things on that dance floor. I would not be caught dead in on the street. I'm talking a combo of fuchsia, vibrant yellow, lime green together. Is it somewhat hideous in person? Yes, but we're not being judged on the sidewalk going to Burger King, okay? You need to stand out just to be seen. I guarantee getting seen is half that battle out there, guys. If you're invisible, ain't gonna happen. So I personally would avoid black. You know, you are judged on the dancing, and you know, once you get to that really elite level, does it matter? No. As a matter of fact, going back to the rhinestones, it is better to have no stones and a simple practice wear you buy from a dance website than to have a fully decked out gown with cheap accessories on it. I did see a championship level Latin couple win a US title wearing essentially a syllabus gown. There wasn't a stone on the thing, and you know what? It looks stunning and sophisticated. Okay, next up, age appropriate costuming. And this could manifest itself in a number of ways. Guys, it straight up looks thirsty to put your little girl out there in stuffed costume looking like a tart. It's not costumes and tiaras. Age appropriate. I am begging you. That is horrible. It's bad parenting. And just as judges, as an audience looking on, it just literally makes me cringe. The last thing you want when your judge is looking at your kid is to cringe. You want them to look at the dancing. Guarantee they're not looking at other body parts at any age, especially that age, okay? Same thing, I have seen really beautiful, mature ladies go out there trying to be sexy, over the top, like they're a pole dancer. That ship has sailed. You look like a thirsty cougar. Don't do it. In my opinion, I want to go out there and show off my dancing, not my bits and pieces. It's a dance competition. You are judged on the movement. Now, you might see a Champions level professional couple have a very sexy costume and you're like, oh, that's beautiful. Trust me, if you are a silver level dancer and you put that costume on, you're not going to look like that pro couple, guys. They look sexy because of the movements, not because they have body parts hanging out or a dress with their tush cheeks showing. Related to this, guys, my suggestion is when you wear spanky pants, wear a spanky pant that matches your costume, not a flesh tone. It's worth the investment, especially if you're doing a show dance, guys. You know, I have seen shows where as a dancer, say someone does a ronde, whether a Rudolph in ballroom or full on, you know, over their head in Latin, and they're wearing flesh tone spanky pants, and the audience, literally half the room is horrified, talking, thinking that you just flashed your lady parts. That's the last thing I want, is to elicit horror in the mind of my audience. And that's really not where I want my judges' eyes going to lady bits. I want them looking at my baseline, my top line, my facial expression, my kinesthetic movement, okay? And so investing a little bit more in that matching spanky pants is gonna pay off. Honestly, guys, I personally, even if you don't have the money for that, you can find a variety of cheap spanky pants online that are at least somewhat gonna match the colors. If you do have any sort of leg lifting actions, that is, in my opinion. If you have a different opinion, hey, comment below. And as always, guys, I'm trying to condense 10 hours of info into a 10-minute video, so please add in the comments. Every time I finish one of these videos, I can think of 20 more things. I'm like, oh man, I wish I could have said this. I ran out of time. Okay, final suggestion, friends. It is a gift if you know how to sew and you can make your own costumes. Shout out to you. I've never been able to do that. I'm jealous, but if you're new to dancing, please don't make your first costume, guys. It's the same problem as having a non-dancer make your costume, okay? Or buying one off the shelf. Unless you are an experienced competitor, you will be completely off the pulse with the nuances of what is expected in terms of costuming on the floor. And even if you're making your own costume, guys, it's not cheap. You're putting a lot of money into it, and not to mention your time, and your time is valuable. So you want it to be worth your investment. It's much better use of your initial investment to buy a costume, then use that as your template, going forward when you make your own costumes. You'll just get a heck of a lot more bang for your buck and look super fleek out there. Okay, guys, once again, I've gone over the 10-minute mark. I apologize, but I hope those suggestions have been helpful. Please, please, please comment below with common mistakes you see on the floor and suggestions for our friends here, because most of us on our channel here are competitors ourselves. So anyway, thanks for joining me today. If you look forward to hearing something else tomorrow in the topic of ballroom dance culture, hey, hit the subscribe button. Okay, guys, I look forward to seeing you first thing tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Happy dancing. Bye, guys.